Just gotta give it a minute. Just make sure that YouTube is actually... Yep, there we go. Seeing the green light. And welcome back to more Trails in the Sky. Where we last left off, we found the missing airliner, so that's a good thing. But we didn't find any of the missing people. And there's also now a string of thefts that are going around in the city, and maybe they're connected. So that's what our mission is right now. I believe we need to go to the south part of the city. Load that up first. If I'm not mistaken, it should be in the Orbital Factory. This isn't time to be talking about business deals. Okay. My factory and all my goods, they're gone. Gotta report this to either the army or the Bracer Guild ASAP. Hold on just a minute. Either one of these groups saw what was written in the stolen ledger. I guess I'd be in a world of hurt. Maybe I'm going to the wrong place? Hold up. Let's go ahead and check our books. Stolen ring starts off. It's somebody in this mostly south block. So I don't. Maybe. Okay. We can track this person down. I'm trying to root, but it's an official investigation. Move it along. You? Nope, it's not you. No, not them either. Okay, we gotta... It's one of these houses. Bracer's gonna ask a few questions yourself. It's a mess for both of us, I tell you. We'll be done with our questioning soon enough. How about you go to sing tight? Rude. How do I start this? So I still some important information we have to gather. Continue asking around a bit. Huh. So I'm actually stuck here now. So there's got to be something I can do. Oh, here we are. Hey, this one turned out really cute. Niall, is this the one, is this how you wanted this one? Yeah, sure, something like that. However, we got really screwed, you know that? Good afternoon. You working on another story? Looks like you two are on the trail of a scoop again. Hey, it's you kids. Oh, Estelle and Joshua. Am I glad to see that you let you out of the clinker. Yeah, heard about you kids getting arrested by the army up at the old mine. Certainly had me worried. Why are you acting like you had nothing to do with it? It was your info that led us to the village. Hey now, what kind of face is that? Don't tell me you blame us. Did you go and check the abandoned mine yourselves? Yeah, we did yesterday. It was after you had already been hauled off. Could have had a great shot of your arrest had we been there. Guts me that we missed such a perfect opportunity for a great shot. I swear you people in the news business. But anyway, I was wondering if you thought this looked like the handiwork of Sky Bandits. Sure looks that way to me. Seems like the army is sniffing around for clues too. But to be honest, it looks like there's nothing to be found here anymore. I see. It does make things a little bit more difficult. Well, Mr. Reporter, why don't you let me ask you this then. Do you know from whence the Sky Bandits entered town? According to witness statements, they were seen leaving through the west gate. Well, that's awfully strange. The mayor's residence and the Bose market are right through the west gate. It seems like attacking those two places would be far more lucrative. When you put it that way, it makes a lot of sense. But if you don't mind me asking, who the heck are you anyway? I'm glad you asked. I'm Olivier Lindheim, a wandering bard and gifted musician. I'm sure you heard rumors about me, right? Oh, right, you're the guy who drank wine without paying at that classy restaurant. It takes guts to stuff such a big bill. It's an honor to meet you, sir. You're making me blush. I'm ready for my interview any time, so don't hesitate to ask. Wow, really? I'm getting a headache just listening to this crap. These two are very much alike. I'm not even going to ask how this guy wound up with the rest of you. That would be for the best. Okay, so we finally got that. Hey, you there. What? Something wrong? I thought I'd give you a word of advice. Even if you are representing the mayor, at the end of the day, you are all still civilians. We cannot have you wandering around here in the middle of our investigation. Who do you think you're talking to? Your advice seems rather more like a threat. I'm just saying you need to know your place. But if you're so adamant about investigating the matter, to do it after we clear out of here. Get any more trouble out of you, I'm gonna have to give you a personal invitation to jail. Forget about it, Estelle. There's no use arguing with these gentlemen. For an ass in a lion skin, you sure know how to throw your weight around, Mr. Soldier. What did you just say? May I ask what's going on here? Colonel, for a soldier in a prestigious royal army to be threatening our good citizens is an outright embarrassment to us all. These aren't just civilians, sir. They're members of the Bracer Guild. Oh, is that so? Then I ask you once again, what is going on here? The army is supposed to be working closely with the guild. What do you intend to accomplish by being rude to our allies? But as far as the general is concerned, yes, the side of the general really concerns me. I'll take over the investigation from here, so please take care of your men and clear out. But sir, your men have been here since early this morning, so I presume that a sufficient investigation has been conducted by now, yes? I'll smooth things over with the general later. Is there anything else you wish for me to address? No, sir. Alright, men, pack it up. We're returning to Hocken Gate. Looks like that's that. It seems some of our personnel were quite impolite. Please allow me to apologize. I appreciate the gesture. But we made some slightly inflammatory remarks as well, so how about we let bygones be bygones? That suits me just fine. As stated before, the army is supposed to be working closely with the guild. I think our two organizations working together grants us each the ability to make up for the other's shortcomings. Looking forward to any progress you make with the recent series of events. Thank you. We'll do what we can. He seems like a decent guy. Yeah, I wonder who he is. Colonel, it's almost the appointed time. Oh, already? Excuse me, but it appears I must take my leave. Oh, but before I do, looks like I haven't properly introduced myself. I'm Alan Richard, the Colonel in the Royal Army. If there's anything I can do to assist you, please don't hesitate to contact me. Colonel Richard? I feel like I've heard that name somewhere before. Niall was the one who mentioned his name earlier. He said something about him being a sharp young officer who leads the Royal Army's intelligence division. Oh, right. Well, for someone in the military, he sure knows how to listen to others. Probably in his mid-30s, and he's not hard on the eyes either. He's like more fit to be a politician than a service member in the army. Hey, you guys. Who is that you were just talking to in the black uniform? I've sworn I've seen him somewhere before. You trying to tell me you don't recognize him at all? That was Colonel Richard of the Intelligence Division, you know? The guy you mentioned earlier? What? You're not pulling my leg, are you? As fun as that would be, no. He said so himself. Well, I'm fairly confident he is who he says he is. That the legend himself will show up here. Can't wait around here any longer, Dorothy. Let's see what we can catch up to him. Oh, hey, sir. Though I'm really not sure why we're chasing after anyone. Did you see his eyes light up? I wonder if he's going to do an interview or something. Anyone else in the army would brush him off, but I'm sure the colonel would oblige him. What's the matter with you, Olivier? You look serious. I gotta say, I find it creepy coming from you. I was just thinking about the colonel. I'll be the first to admit he's quite the specimen of a man, but what? I can say with confidence that he doesn't stand a chance against me when it comes to the ladies. I'd like to see him just try a little harder. It's no fun without a romantic rival. Just had to ask, didn't you, Joshua? I'll regret it for the rest of my life. Alright, let's see here. Now the soldiers are gone, how about we resume with our own investigation? Let's start by talking to the people we couldn't talk to earlier. Okay, now we should finally be able to talk to a few people. I think you were one of them. Oh dear me. Weren't you the Bracers who came to ask questions not that long ago? Right, we did come before. I'm really sorry I couldn't talk to you then. So what you came to ask about is what happened last night, right? Yes, that's right. Is there a good time for you? Yes, this is as good a time as any. It's the middle of the night, you see, when I heard a noise coming from outside. And I, of course, thought it was my husband coming home at such a late hour, so I opened the door and started yelling. But it turned out to be a group of masked men coming out of the Orbital factory across the road. I thought my heart was plumb gonna stop right then and there. Oh, it turned out the burglars were rather surprised and ran away to the north. See, so it's the Sky Bandits, right? So what you're saying is that this house didn't occur a loss of any kind? Yes, thanks to the mercy of the goddess. Can I ask you another thing? Did your husband come home late and mean he went to the bar? If it was only that, that would be forgivable. In addition to being a no-good drinker, he's obsessed with this. Lisa raised her hand in a casting motion. Oh, I get it. You mean fishing, right? See now. That's right, he loves fishing more than life itself. Just yesterday he said something about catching some smelt and took off to the lake in the south. On top of that, he still hasn't come back. So what you're saying is he doesn't know anything about the incident? That's exactly what I'm saying. When that good-for-nothing husband of mine gets home, he's gonna get a what for, let me tell you. Hi, honey, I'm home. Ew, what a day I had. I was fishing patiently all morning, so I have nothing to show for it. Oh, what's this? Do we have guests? You senile old man! Goodness, woman. What kind of fiery tempest has gotten into you? Oh, it's rude to act like that in front of guests. If anyone's being rude, it would be you. I'm dumbfounded that my own husband could just take off to do what he likes at a time like this. What do you mean by a time like this? Maybe I should explain. Joshua gave Mr. Kawano a brief explanation regarding the burglaries which transpired the previous night. Burglaries by Sky Bandits, you don't say. Now that is terrible. I think that they hightailed it out of here after my wife hollered at them. It's hilarious. I guess they've got no experience. They got to experience the Cecil effect firsthand. What did you just say? Let's calm down now, shall we? To think that the Sky Bandits came in the night like they did and then just disappeared like that, which has anything to do with the thing he was talking about the other day. He? What do you mean? Alright, you don't know him. He is my fishing buddy. Staying at the inn down on the lakeshore to the south of here. Remember right, he said something about seeing a strange bunch near the place the other night. A strange bunch? That sounds really interesting. Tell us more about what you've heard. Sure, I don't mind. I'm just going to tell you front that this is all hearsay. What I heard, he just happened to see them by chance he was out fishing during the night. He seldom leave by way of the inn's front door and out onto the road. However, when he asked around at the inn in the morning, it turns out that no one like that stayed there the night before. That is rather odd. Was there any type of burglary at the inn? No, nothing of the sort at all, in fact. It's quiet there, the meals are great, and it's, well, a place I'd recommend to anyone. Best of all, it's a prime fishing spot. Well, there weren't any definitive clues related to the incident. We did manage to hear a few interesting bits. Sure, especially like the one that described all the delicious food at the inn. That's not what we're talking about here. We did find the fishing part to be rather interesting. Fortunately, there's going to be nothing on there that I guess I wouldn't be worth investigating. Unfortunately, if there's nothing going on there, then I guess it wouldn't be worth investigating. Actually, I think it's quite the opposite. If someone had been careless and caused a problem, the army would have thoroughly investigated it. Conversely, the possibility of Sky Bandits appearing where there's nothing happening is rather high. Oh, well, I guess that's one way to think about it. In light of a series of incidents, there's either a spy in the army, or Sky Bandits are a really clever bunch of thieves. It would be extremely difficult to corner them only by investigating incidents which have occurred. We need to get one step ahead of them by tracking their movements. See, so what you're saying is we take an offensive stance rather than a defensive one. Then how about we get going? Off to the beautiful Valeria Lake, stoled in many a rhyme as the Pearl of Liberal. Okay, so now I guess we have a destination, but there is one more thing we gotta do. Let's see if I can find it. I believe it was this house over here. I had a very important ring taken by them. I don't care if it's the army or the Bracer Guild, I just want to see those burglars caught. If these Sky Bandits are on the loose, I don't think I can live without being in fear every day. She's the one with the ring. So if you find a missing ring somewhere, we know who to return it to now. Let me go back to the guild real quick, just to make sure there was no other quest popped up. Oh, I'll have to do this too, I guess. Let's see. We're gonna give him more EP. Give him some more dexterity. We'll give some attack. There, that should work. Alright, so let's go to Valeria Lake now. Should be just straight south. It's basically south of where we did that other tower before. So this is the north shore of the Valeria Lake, huh? Certainly seems peaceful and quiet around here. It doesn't look too shabby either. I stayed here once when I was on the area on another job. The wine's great, the rooms are nice. Pretty much what you would expect from a place like this. Bad this isn't a pleasure trip. I mean, it's not? I at least intend to toss my cares to the wind for a while. Taking cat naps in a rocking boat by day and filling my belly with food and wine by night. Heaven. What a vacation is all about. Come on, everyone, I was just joking. We can enjoy a vacation anytime, but now is the only time we can enjoy taking care of these would-be thieves. Even I, Olivier Lindheim, know enough to get my priorities straight. I don't think this has anything to do with enjoyment or not. Well, whatever. As long as he does his share of the work he's here to do. You can find the old man staying here that loves fishing. Guess he saw some suspicious individuals were here 2 nights ago, right? Pretty sure, if I remember right. He should be at the dock. First things first. No, don't need to do that. You? Okay, yep, he's got a couple more things here. You know what? I might as well pick up a couple of these, why not? I've got the money. Just in case I need some backup healing. And the guy we're looking for should be on the dock over here. Can I ask you something? Oh, he's not responding at all. Really into his fishing. So this is what a fishing maniac looks like, huh? Seemed like a unique breed. Not as unique as you are, that's for sure. The man seems to be concentrating on his fishing. Oh wait, we might have to trigger this first. Who do you talk to? Welcome to Kingfisher Inn. Please let me know if you'd like to stay. Over here? Mother and I come here every year on vacation around this time. Tradition in our family. That seems to look forward to it every time. I feel kind of bad for my father, though. He was left behind. No, that wasn't it. Welcome to Kingfisher Inn. You all here to stay? See, yes and no. How should I put it? You're looking for a certain someone. Is there a guest staying here who loves to fish? Well, pretty much everyone who stays here loves to fish. I heard he was a friend of an old man who stayed here yesterday. You have a clue who might that be? Oh, you talking about old man Kawano? If you're talking about his fishing buddy, then I think you mean Lloyd. Lloyd? I heard he's a professional angler who came all the way here from Royal City. Seems as though he's a member of the Fisherman's Guild there. Sounds like a pretty amazing guy. You're saying he's that old man's fishing out back? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's the one you're talking about. Might be able to get his attention if you call his name out real loud. Okay, that's what I needed first. Okay. Okay, let's try this again. Excuse me. Are you a man named Lloyd who's from the Royal City? Oh, he's really focused. He's tuned everything out of his mind but fishing. Looks like this is where my skills come into play. What are you... Just sit back and enjoy. Olivier leaned over, and with a smile that left all kinds of things up to interpretation, blew into the man's ear. Oh my goodness, what in the... Who are you kids? Where did you come from? That was a dirty trick to play on him, Olivier. Yeah, that was pretty low. What do you do this evening, good sir? I tried calling out to you a moment ago, but you could see that, like a true professional, your attention was fixed upon your task. You're Lloyd, aren't you? Yes, that's right. But how did you know my name? I heard from a certain old man about you. You have some time you could spare to speak with us? See, you heard from Mr. Kawano, did you? Yeah, I saw that strange pair about 2 nights ago. I knew it. Would you get us to fill us in a little more on the details? Before that, you were all bracers or something. Is this somehow related to some sort of crime? We can't say for sure, but there does appear to be a possibility. Gotcha. In that case, I'll do what I can to help you out. It was the other night when I was out fishing on my boat. Returning to the inn, dead tired after a day of battling it out with the late guardian. I'd gotten late into the night, and I was about the time when everyone at the inn was asleep in their beds. Wait a minute. What do you mean by this lake's guardian? I'm glad you asked. Guardian is a giant salmon that swims in the murky depths of Valeria Lake. He's been a feared king of the waters amongst fishing lovers for over a decade. Crap, I shouldn't have asked. It's like you've thrown a log into the maniac's fire. Is it really that huge of a fish like you say? You bet your last mirror it is. I've been chasing the darn thing for the last 5 years of my life. It comes and goes in different parts of Valeria Lake and changes its feeding spots on a whim. I heard from a buddy of mine that it has appeared in these parts, so I came running from the royal city. It's what I call passion. I completely understand where you're coming from. Whenever I find something I like, I stop at nothing until I get a hold of it. For example, a bottle of brand Chardonnay and such. In your case, skillet is more accurate. How about we get back to your story? So Lloyd, what happened when you came back from the fishing that night? Oh right. I'd returned to the boat and was on my way back to the inn, when I saw an odd couple head out onto the road from the grounds behind the building. Onto the road? In the middle of the night? No doubt about it, they were headed out on New Ansel Path. First I thought there was a group of people visiting from the city, heading back home. It was too late for something like that. When I asked about the inn the next day, nobody knew a thing about it. Thought maybe I seen a couple of ghosts or something then. Ghosts? There are ghosts that come out here? Just so you know, the 2 I saw were a young couple. They might have been 2 lost souls who committed a double suicide after not being accepted by those around them. Don't tell me any more! Brother, a bracer that's afraid of ghosts. The guild is doomed. Not to mention her habit of always wanting to hear more ghost stories and other bizarre stuff. Now, isn't your being scared attractive in its own right, Estelle? That's sexy, but cute nonetheless. Like a little kitten shivering in the cold. Or watch out, this little kitten bites. I was just kidding about the ghost part. But the couple did, in fact, seem to be one with a purpose and reason. I say this because the girl was wearing some rather odd clothing. What do you mean by that? I only saw her from behind, so I couldn't see for sure, but it looked like she was wearing some kind of school uniform. School uniform? Couldn't be. Wasn't one from the Genis Royal Academy, was it? Oh, you really know your stuff, kid. You betcha. My niece goes there as well, so it looked exactly like the one that she wears. See, this whole event just got a lot more interesting. It's her. I know it's that lying tomboy for sure. Finally onto her trail. Wait, so she's an acquaintance of yours? And while you're at it, tell the 2 of them not to fret and rush into anything they'll regret later on. If my mind isn't failing me, I could have sworn they said something about coming again tonight. Is that true? Yep. Meet back here in 2 days, is what the young man said. His tone seemed rather serious, so I couldn't help but think on it. That's understandable. We appreciate the valuable information. Just leave the rest up to us. We won't let them get into anything more trouble than they already are. See. It's a relief to hear. I feel like a weight's been lifted off my shoulders now. Now that it's off my chest, I feel like taking a boat out and fishing again. Well, there's no time to lose. I'll leave you youngins to your work. Man, I don't even measure up when it comes to that fishing nut. Mentioned something about a fisherman's guild, too. What kind of group that is. So how is this couple involved in the missing airliner incident exactly? You don't mind telling me, that is. Well, in a nutshell, Cherry explained that they encountered Josette and Relent. See. Seems to be a person in question, alright. Which means that tonight is the night, huh? Yeah. Looks like we should probably get a room just in case. We're gonna be in for a late night tonight. Alright, let's go ask the receptionist about a room. Okay, I'm pretty sure... Okay. I might actually fuck this quest up. I will see. We'll be staying here with us tonight. Yes, that's the plan. Hold on, Estelle. If there's anything we haven't taken care of, we better do it now. I don't want to head back to Bose after we've gotten a room. Guess you're right. Okay, let me double check one thing real quick. It won't take me more than a minute. I just want to make sure. I'm pretty sure a stolen ring can be gotten. Okay, sure. Okay, we're gonna get a room. Alright then. Please come with me, I'll show you to your room. I think I know where the ring is at. We do get it here shortly. This is where you two will be staying. I'm leaving you here, so please relax until dinner is served. What a nice room. It's a certain atmosphere that you just don't find back in the city. It's great, huh? It wasn't that expensive either. What to do now? We'll relax until it gets dark. A nice idea. I'd be more than happy to do just that, but is it really okay to take it easy? Rest when you can. Part of our bracer's job, too. It's our free time, so let's enjoy a meal, take a stroll, or something else. Oh, picturesque view. The entire lake looks like it's glowing. Too bad we can't see the royal city on the opposite shore because of the haze. From here, it's easy to tell that this is the biggest lake in the kingdom. The lake is like a fisher's dream come true. It'd be a blast to throw a line in those waters. How about it? A nice change of pace for you. Yeah, maybe I will. What are you gonna do, Joshua? Me? Let's see. It's a book I've been meaning to read, so maybe I'll just sit in a chair and relax. How old are you again? Only geezers talk about sitting back and relaxing. Young boys are supposed to get out and move their bodies. I'll leave that part to you. It'd be such a drag. Well, I should hurry up and decide on a fishing spot. Remember on that pier looks like it might be a lucky spot for bites. This one? Can I not? Joe, any fish? The pier looks like a nice spot. How about you try too, Joshua? You're not so bad yourself, you know. It's not as good as you. I think I'll sit here and watch it with all the fishing practices paid off. Why can't I do it? Am I missing something? Oh wait, I think I am. I think I do have to go inside and ask for a rod. Oh, there we go. This looks good, definitely the best spot. Do about casting a few lines. Crap, I don't have a fishing pole. I wonder if somebody at the inn has a spare I can borrow. Okay. I don't know why that wasn't lighting up the last time I was there. That was really weird. Do you have a fishing pole I could borrow? Yes, of course we do. Right over there. They're free to use for anyone lodging here. Oh, really? Score! Really nice rod to be loaning out to everyone. Right then, I'll put it to good use. Please enjoy yourself. Okay, so now we go back to the pier. Let's see, from this pier, choose the best place to drop a line. Um... Should I bring it up? Wait a bit. Okay. Got a rainbow trout. I think you only need to do it once. You can do it a few times with a few different results, but I think we're fine. It's really starting to get dark. It's ended up with a pretty good catch after all. Check this out, Joshua. Look what I caught. Huh? Joshua? What's this? The book 100 Day War seems to be left on the table. Snell picked it up. Joshua just forgot this. Being so sharp, you can sure miss things sometimes. So I have to take it to him myself. Again, I wonder where he could have taken off to. Pretty sure he's over by the dock. Yep, there he is. Hey there, laddie. What are you doing whittling away the evening in a place like this? Not much. But yourself, you done fishing? Or are you heading back into the battle? Nah, I've already had my fill. It's been a while since I did it, though. Oh, that reminds me. Estelle handed out the book she found on the table. You were going to read, but ended up leaving your book on the table. Be more careful with your stuff. For that, she finished reading it. My eyes were starting to feel a bit tired, so I thought I'd walk for a change. Liar. What? You're hiding your feelings again, aren't you? Tell that's what you're doing. Besides, that's not really fair. Always find a way to cheer me up when I'm feeling down. Well, I'm not, like, as reliable as Dad. Still give you a shoulder to lean on. Sorry. It sounds like these when you should say thank you and not apologize. You used to be smart, Joshua, but sometimes you don't know what's most important. You're probably right. Thanks, Estelle. Very good. Oh, that wasn't too bad, was it? Right. In return, how would you play me a song on your harmonica? As you wish. Is Whereabouts of Light good for you? Yes, that's the one I wanted to hear. I wonder why it is when I hear the sound of your harmonica in the evening light, like it makes me want to cry. So you're still not going to ask? About my past, I mean? You promised, remember? You were going to tell me when you felt like it. I wasn't going to ask, right? Considering that 5 years has passed, it doesn't seem like such a big deal anymore. It's been 5 years, hasn't it? How can you just live with me with that as long and not have a million questions? That day your father came home with that beat-up kid, some random stranger who's never says a word about his past. Why'd you take him in like that? Well, it seemed like the obvious thing to do. Besides, you're family now, Joshua. And like I said before, I know you pretty well. You love books, you're a weapons geek, you've got a serious knack for just about anything that comes your way. Kind and fair. You've also got a way of not letting others inside by using politeness like a shield. Now, wait a minute. You're caring. Lonely. Of course, I don't know everything about your past. If you want to make comparisons, I don't know a whole lot about Dad's past either. That doesn't mean he and I aren't family, right? Being a family has more to do with knowing his personalities, his habits, the foods he likes. That kind of things that only I know firsthand. You're no different, Joshua. You make it nearly impossible to argue with you. You know that? It's been like that since the first time we met. You gave me that flying kick to the gut as I was lying in bed, Wounded, I might add. Did I really do that? Yep, injured and all more than once. I'm sure I was just a bit of a childish play. Blame Dad for my lack of social graces. Yeah, sure, nice excuse. But anyway, Estelle. What? Make sure we solve this whole airliner mystery. I don't know if Dad's been captured or anything. Let's resolve this with our own hands. Sure. That's exactly what I intend to do. How about we head back to the inn? I'm sure supper is ready by now. Good idea. I'm starving. Eat our fill so we're ready for tonight. Yay!
Also, they're gonna kiss.
Oh, I almost forgot. Here's your book, Joshua. Oh, right. Estelle handed out the book she found on the table. I'm actually done with it, so at this point, it just ended up being bulk weight. Bulk weight! I wonder what I should do with it. Can I read it? Looks like a pretty difficult book, but you think if I spent some time that I'd understand it? I'm sure you'd be fine. There's a lot of stuff you know in there already. Why don't you take a stab at it, Estelle? Sure, I'll give it a shot. Now, I could have actually ran into the inn and seen a little bit of a funny scene, because I'm pretty sure... Yep. Cher is drinking Olivier under the table. Help a fella out. I'm begging you. I can't take another drink. Wow. I think I've just reconsidered my opinion of you, Olivier. It's pretty rare for someone to still be conscious after a night of wine with Shara. Well, didn't the two of you come at a good time? How about having a drink together? You're both good for that, right? We're going to eat dinner now, so the answer is no. Come on, you two. When I say let's drink, we drink. You're gonna make me very angry if you don't sit down for a glass with me. Right, she's already reached stage 2. Rage mode. Don't worry, Shara. Olivier said he's good for another couple rounds. How about having him keep you company? What? You can still drink more, can you? Joshua, how could you give me to her like that? I can't. Don't you feel sorry for the poor guy? I don't know. Should I? You're like a little demon and a cute at the same time, too. At least the fish are polite here. I guess I'll do just fine. How about we sit at the counter? Hate to bother the two of them. Right, good idea. Poor Olivier. Please, Cher, I'm pleading with you. You and the fish, don't pour me another glass.
I like him.
Olivier's fun. He's a bit silly.
Hey, silly boy.
Oh, he's totally plastered. Looks like even a guy who takes a sweet time and everything can't stand up to drunken Shara. Oh wow, what a night of drinking. I've been so busy lately I haven't been able to enjoy myself like this for a while. You're not even red in the face either from all that alcohol. Are you sure you had some kind of special training? It could have been all the bizarre liqueurs I drank while I was in the troop. You know, like the ones with the scorpions and asps in them? Might have built up my resistance that way, but who knows? I don't think that's the case. By the way, what do you plan on doing with him? He's pretty much useless as he is. Let's just let him sleep. He looks so peaceful now. We wouldn't want to disturb him. There's a very high probability we'll have a direct encounter with the Sky Bandits tonight. And getting civilian wrapped up in the middle of it all wouldn't be a good idea. Don't tell me you got Olivier drunk so he wouldn't be able to come along, didn't you? Well, of course I did. And he'll thank me in the long run too, after his raging hangover anyway. And so that whole time, you were just toying with him, weren't you? Let's see. It's getting late. Let's hurry and begin our stakeout around the inn. Don't skirt around the issue, Shara. Quiet, you. For the time being, we're just gonna circle up to the far pier. Stood. And let's go. Alright, so let's drop another quick save here. I don't know, I just got a bad habit to, like, anytime I make a little bit of progress, I want to save. So... I don't see anyone. I don't know what kind of business those siblings could have here. Think they'll really show up? There's no guarantee, of course, but if Lloyd's information had any truth to it, my best guess is they'll be here. But if we move around too much, there's a possibility we'll be seen and they'll take off. Since the sky banners are supposed to come out from the road, it might be a good idea to watch the area. Right, so where should we watch from? We need a place where we can see the road without having been noticed ourselves. A place like that would be ideal. Well, the best place for that would be on the balcony of the inn, right? Hey, what's that? Oh, looks like we're a little early, huh? Yeah, it seems that way. No, if this were the middle of the day, we could have gotten ourselves a bite to eat on the way. Talking nonsense. We're outlaws, remember? Let's hurry up and get moving. Wait for me, Kyle. Should have known it'd be them. Looks like they're headed for the far pier. Wonder what they intend to do. Shall we take a look and find out? Try to get as close as we can without being noticed. Okay, so we might want to just slow down a little bit. Should have figured they wouldn't be here yet. Always come exactly on time. Really hate those guys. Like they're just so superior, and to be honest, they're kind of scary. No doubt about that. Quite the clandestine bunch. There's not much we can do about it. This is an order from Dawn. It's like a good place. You can hear every word they're saying, too. Hey, Kyle? Don't you think Dawn's been acting a bit strange lately? It's not like him if you ask me. You know, the whole hijacking of airliners thing? Well, I admit it was lucrative. We've got the army clamping down on us full scale. Not to mention those annoying bracers are now involved. He's gone and taken hostages and demanded a ransom in return. No matter how I think of it, it seems like Dawn has gone way overboard this time. In the end, you'll always be just a girl. Deep down, you're just not cut out to run with the bad crowd. Excuse me? Maybe not the best warning, but I mean it as a compliment. Things are getting too tough for you. Always welcome to try salvaging a life back home. It shouldn't be too hard to get by as long as you don't set your sights too high. Though admittedly, is a bit colder than liberal. Think you could just treat me like a kid and I'm not gonna get angry? I see you get by without me, with all your crap cooking and all, not to mention the laundry. You really want to go back to burnt toast and turning your underwear inside out? Okay, I see your point. I really am sick of toast, burnt or otherwise. Wait, think about it. Think about what I said before it gets too late to back out. Getting back to what you said earlier, we have to agree that Dawn has been acting pretty weird. Does he expect to just keep fishing for ransom? We should take what we can get. I'd like to believe that Dawn is smart enough to see that. Don't you think he started acting strange about the time that guy showed up? It's the only thing I could think of as to why he's acting like this. He was the one who introduced us to other guys too. I'd have gotten Dawn to buy into his ideas. Who is that guy and he? Certainly a good question. What's that over there? What's what? Looks like whoever's there waiting for us finally showed up. Looks like you made it. On time as usual, huh? You could have come a little early for a change, or even late. Definitely not my type, that's for sure. Say what you will, but we're trained to be punctual. Now, if that displeases you, let me offer my sincerest apology. Relax, I was just being sarcastic. I know these guys are definitely the type I want to be around. Enough already, we don't have time for that. Now, how about we get down to business? Have there been any developments since last time? Yes, in fact, Her Majesty has finally made a move. She intends to contribute to the ransom from our own assets. Seriously, we're going to get paid by the Queen's own pocket. So we're pretty close to getting the money then, right? How about the Royal Army? Is there any indication that they figured out where our hideout is? Not yet, but it's only a matter of time until they do. We see reports that members of the Bracer Guild are on the move as well. At any rate, on the morning of the payoff, we'll need to leave your hideout behind. No problem there. Just happened to run into a temporary shelter by chance. God shouldn't have any regrets about it either. There are way too many suspicious types are involved in this. What do you want to do, Shara? Should we just storm in, shoot them all, let Adios sort them out? Got a much better idea. Better idea? Those two siblings appearing here means that only the Sky Bandit's airship is parked somewhere nearby. There's not much we could do if they got away again, so how about we try taking them out first? Let's see, take away their means of escape, right? I'm down for that. How about you, Joshua? Joshua? Oh, right. You got the airship first, right? Yeah, I think it's a good idea, too. What's wrong? Your face looked really intense all of a sudden. It's nothing. Sure, it's just my mind playing tricks on me. We don't have much time. Gotta get out onto the road and start looking for that airship before they finish their meeting. Okay, so... their airship is gotta be somewhere that could stay hidden. Along here in Bose, right? Already took to the road in search of the location of the airship. And... oh, I guess it automatically finds it for us. We don't have to... so they parked it right in front of Emerald Tower, huh? Definitely the perfect place to land since it's off the main road. What do you want to do, Shara? Should we subdue them? One way to go about things. That's more than double their numbers since the last time we encountered them. Don't worry. Even with twice as many guys, they're still no match for us. We just take them all on at once. I don't know if it's the best way to go about things. Hey, Olivier, what are you doing? Sorry to keep you all waiting. Ollie, keep it down or they're gonna hear you. Isn't this a surprise? I can't believe you're standing here at the state you were in before. Your tolerance is impressive. Who do you think you're talking to? Rather than miss a minute of your fair company, I dutifully puked my guts up and dumped a bucket of cold water over my head. Voila! I was good to go. I don't know about that. I think I hear your liver screaming somewhere in there. There's some serious tenacity. Come on, I couldn't let you all enjoy the fun yourselves, right? I said to come out of the inn when I saw you guys hit the road, so I came running from behind to catch up with you. Guess I went a little too easy on you. Perhaps I should have had you down all that... maybe I should have had you down all that brandy at once. You'd have put me to sleep for good if you'd done that, Shara. But anyway, fighting the Sky Bandits here would have lacked finesse, don't you agree? I don't think that's the issue here. No. I'm serious. If you just subdue them all and manage to arrest the two siblings, there's still the chance they won't tell you where their hideout is. Maybe use the hostages as leverage to demand their release. There's a risk involved in whatever course of action we take. Or do you have a good plan on how we can avoid taking such a risk? Huh, boy do I ever. Listen up, everyone. Okay, but if you blow in my ear, I'm seriously gonna punch your lights out. Hey, Kyle, Josette, it's good to see you make it back. I think you'd be gone for so long. The talks took longer than expected, huh? Yeah, but we're nearing an end to our negotiations. Also managed to have a great deal of information about what's going on with the Royal Army. So what you're saying is, yep, we're getting the ransom money within a few days. Only one step closer to making our dream a reality. We did it! Sweet! Cool it down, guys. A little too early to get getting excited again. If for the moment, we need to get back to the hideout and report to Dawn. Alright everyone, pack up and let's get out of here. Temperature outside is 69.8 degrees with 15% humidity. There's a south by southwest wind blowing at the range of 12 ARG, and no orbital reactions in the surrounding area. So the army isn't patrolling here. Activate the orbital engine and begin transmitting orbital energy to each section of the ship. Aye aye, orbital engine activated. Mission of orbital energy to all sections underway. Orbital floater started. Orbital driver started. Stabilizers all green. Alright, lift off. Aye aye, sir. Set the drive rate to 40% and maintain cruising speed. However, make sure we can switch to battle speed at any time. Aye, sir. So we make it back before morning. I'm ready for some serious shut-eye myself. I've got to report to Dawn first. Huh? Did you just hear something? No, I didn't hear anything. God, I could have sworn it came from below deck. It's just a mouse or something. Clean up the place when I'm having some free time. Yeah, why beat the information out of them when they'll just take us to the hideout first themselves? Makes sense. Why am I tired? Since we came here by night and day has been completely reversed. Gotta tough things out a little longer, then we can say goodbye to this horrible life. Dawn is our leader, we can't go wrong. Don't you think Dawn's been acting a little strange lately? It's kinda scary to talk to these days. You knock that crap off. Kyle and Josette heard you talking like that, they beat you upside the head. But it's just that... I'm sure you're just tired from lack of sleep. Let's hurry up and finish up here and get some rest. You're welcome to take a rest now if you'd like. You're too late. Phew. Looks like we were able to get in there without any trouble. It's amazing that this little plan actually worked. Guess we have you to thank this time. Seriously, getting pretty nervous. Wasn't sure what we were gonna do if we got caught stowing away. Well, even if we were discovered, we just had to take control of the airship. We had to take advantage of fighting against this lot in those tight quarters. Superior numbers mean nothing without space to maneuver in. Olivier, you thought that far ahead, taking all these factors into account, huh? Not in a million years. Are you kidding? Simply thought it'd be fun to infiltrate an enemy base. I think it would have been better off if you said nothing at all. Give the poor guy a break. At least we were able to get in here without its incident. Looks like there were some on Nebel Valley. Nebel Valley? The one that borders Bose and Relent? Explains why it's misty outside. There's definitely terrain covered with extreme differences in height which prevent the landing of any large airship. Looks like your guess was right, Shara. Yeah, well, didn't seem to help us much in getting in here. But anyhow, we don't have time to be hanging around here. So due to Sky Bandits and ensure the safety of the hostages being held captive. There's your father, Cassius, too. Right. Understood. Okay. So, the main thing we want to do right now is just kind of dip into all these rooms. There should be some treasure hidden in a few of them, and I'm pretty sure the ring is going to be hidden in one of them. I'll take you out. I might actually go a little bit longer, just because this is going to be the end of the chapter. Usually if they do the point of no return things, that's how you know you're right there. Do I have an area of effect?
Done already?
Check the corners, just in case we don't forget anything. Scorpion, which I'm pretty sure is a weapon for Shara. Was that it? Was that what I was missing? Okay, the jeweled ring was found. I thought it was hidden something else, though. Obviously, right now we can't return to him, so I think we have to actually go back after some men can be heard. The grunts. We rush the room? No, we're gonna save that for a bit. Hold on a second. I can hear some talking on the other side of the door. Some kind of grunts. Let's take care of them before we move on. There's no surprises behind us later. I guess they'll actually force us to do this. Yep. Huh? So you guys new around here? In your frickin' dreams. These guys are real? If you're not new here, then who are you? What? Are you supposed to be intruders? Bingo! We're the Bracer Guild. It would be best if you surrender. Forget that! You won't give up without a fight. Oh, come on, Joshua. There's no reason you should be missing like that. Okay. Let's do... Cast in that area.
Oh, are we done already?
Alright, now where are the hostages? Don't start talking, there's gonna be some serious consequences involving a whip. Do what you want with us, we're not gonna talk. Oh, is that so? Let me handle this, Estelle. Sure. Can't say I didn't warn you guys. Honestly, I'm being quite gentle with you. Don't think for a second you're allowed to pass out yet. But if you started talking, maybe I'd be kind enough to let you. Yikes. They're down below. Some of our crew are guarding them. Very good. And where are your leaders? Kyle and Josette, right? Get it, lady. Do your worst. No one will tell you where they are. So the hostages are one thing, but you're not going to sell out your bosses, huh? Guess there's only one thing left to do. Jesus, Cher. Holy Stragus, Cher's as unforgiving as ever. This? Nah, I've been far more unforgiving. Any masochist would be thrilled to make your acquaintance, Shara. And my whip would be thrilled to make yours. Maybe some other time. Except the hostages are being down below. Let's hurry. Oh, now that I think about it, I might have fucked up the book. Well, I guess we'll find out.
Enjoy the show.
Yeah, now that I think about it, because I think I was supposed to explore around the town a little bit more after the military went away.
Night.
Anyone have a clue what this place is? Way too big for these bandits to have built. It's pretty ancient. Almost feels like a stronghold of some sort, and I agree, this is just pretty old. I wonder if people used hidden forts like this as hideouts back then. As far as I've heard, the turmoil following the Great Collapse continued for several hundred years. It doesn't seem that strange to me that something like this is still around. Great Collapse? Collapse of the ancient Sumerian civilization, which existed for more than 1,200 years ago. It said a huge natural catastrophe wiped them out. You mean like Professor Alba said before? Tell you what though, for being a place that's hard to find, someone's got serious bad taste in hideouts. Not to mention there's all sort of monsters lurking around here too. This is how all men like to live. Shara? What kind of men are you hanging out with? What's this? It's against orbital vacuum. It's like the newest model, so it's probably stolen. Interesting, huh? Something stuffed inside. A notebook? That's what it looks like to me. Something doing like this inside a vacuum. Probably something important. Let's hold on to it just in case. Yeah, good idea. Okay, maybe I was wrong. I thought this is where we got the ring, but this is probably part for another quest. When, because remember he was at, the orbital shop owner was, a little worried about his ledger? I think that's what that is. This one's pretty straightforward. Hold on a second, I hear someone talking on the other side of the door. Let's get the grunts. Let's take care of them before we move on. Okay, doing this again. Who are you guys supposed to be? Racers? How'd you get in here? Looks like the hostages are being held in the room just beyond here. This time you surrender quietly or else. Don't kid yourself. Let's get him. You know what? No, I kind of want to say... Do I want to save them? No, let's just take them all out.
That's that then. Let's move out.
What's going on out there? Seems a bit loud for just an internal squabble. Is everyone alright? We're with the Bracer Guild and we've come to rescue you. Seriously? You're saved? We're taking care of the guards, so you don't need to worry about anything for the moment. Really? You've been saved? Brown? I don't even know how you say that. Captain of the Airlighter, Lynn. I don't know how to express my gratitude for what you've done for us here today. I think it's after we've gotten you out of here. By the way... doesn't look like he's here. Who? Are these all the hostages? Yes, that's correct. This was everyone who's on the Lynn, including crew and passengers. Can't be right. Wasn't there a man by Cassius Bright on this flight? He's a member of the Bracer Guild. Cassius Bright? I do seem to remember hearing that name somewhere. Captain? Isn't he that passenger? You're the one who got off right before we left? Right, now that you mention it, there was one passenger who did get off. What do you mean? Well, there was one passenger who disembarked the airliner right before we took off. A man who had been on board since the Royal City. He did seem to have such a name if I remember correctly. What? But his name was on the passenger list. Well, since he got off right before we departed, there wasn't any time to document the changes. It would have been handled when we arrived in Rolent, but we were attacked by the Sky Bandits en route, and things were left as they were. So that's what happened, huh? I thought it'd be awfully strange if Dad had been captured by the Sky Bandits. It looks like our question has finally been answered. How ironic. Now, wait a minute. Then, just what is Dad doing? Something this big going on. Why hasn't he contacted us? Calm down, Estelle. I know you're curious as I am, but thinking about it now isn't going to get us anywhere. Our focus needs to be on securing the safety of the hostages. Okay, you're right. I guess I'll just forget about it for now. Listen up, everyone. We are now going to go out to the Sky Bandits leaders and arrest them. I know how you must feel, but I need you to sit tight a little longer. We'll be waiting here. Good luck. If that's the case, we'll prepare for our worst. Our lives are in your hands. In other words, don't let us down. Leave everything to us. Okay. Let's drop another quick save. It's a dead end? No, it looks like there's something here. Should we try pushing on it? We'll leave that alone for now, because I'm pretty sure that leads outside. Over here. Familiar voice can be heard. Is this Yeah, it looks like the Sky Bandit's boss's room. So the Queen's gonna pay out the ransom, is she? I can finally say goodbye to this meager living. Don't get careless, bro. We haven't gotten the money in hand yet. Yeah, we're sitting deciding to plan on how to let the hostages go. The hostages go? Now hold on a minute. Why do we have to bother with that? But once we get our mirror, we'll just kill them all and be done with it. Don't need to leave them alive. Dawn! You're kidding, right? You know exactly what we look like, remember? Even if we let level for good, we could still be tracked, right? There are old people and kids among them. You really intend to kill them all? I swear, no matter how old you get, you never grow up. This isn't playtime, get it? Sorry to say this, bro, but I'm against killing the hostages too. Adios will never forgive us if we do that. I don't want to get our home back with Mira staining the blood of innocent people. Kyle, since when did you become the boss around here? Huh? I think it's about time you learned your place. Kyle? Who cares about our old home? This kind of Mira coming in, what could possibly want with our old worthless land? We're gonna blow all this cash somewhere near the Swordland Resort and enjoy the good life for a while. Did you say? Once we run out of Mira, we'll just hijack another airship. It's gonna be the future of the Kapua Sky Bandits. What happened to you? Why did Adios' name it happen to you? Sorry to interrupt, but could you relive a family you feud late? Okay, wow, I'm losing my ability to talk. This is why I only stream for like an hour. You again? Tracers, why are you here? How could you say something so heartless? Especially after you gave us a lift here in your own airship. Possible. What are you talking about? Can't be. You had your airship sitting in front of Amber Tower, right? You just slipped in where you weren't looking and hid in the cargo hole. In other words, we stole a ride from a bandit. Take that. You're a dimwit. You really outdone yourself this time. Who are you calling a dimwit? You two-faced tomboy? What did you just call me? You bimbo airhead brute? Just try and say that again. Alright. Enough of the bickering between you two. We liberated the hostages and defeated the other members of your group. So it looks like all that's left is you three. According to the laws of the Bracer Guild, you are hereby placed under arrest. It'd be best not to resist. And... crap. Kyle, Josette, what is the meaning of this? Sorry, bro. Sorry, Dawn. Hello.
They're having a girly fight.
I think...
No.
That's okay. I'll forgive you just this once. Once I kill them, that'll be that. What? Just what a bunch of fools you are. Think that a pitiful number of people could ever capture Dawn Kapua. Look at how he effortlessly carries that orbital cannon. Kyle, Josette, it's time to hunt some game. I like my sport bloody. Okay, so this is supposed to be pretty tough, but... we'll take out Josette first. She's the... I think she's the support of the group anyway, so it's probably wise to take her out.
Come on.
Hey, brother and sister are down. You know what? Let's do a barrage. Get wrecked, nerd.
Piece of cake.
These guys are tough. This is the strength of a bracer, huh? Crap, how can I lose to this girl? Now that it's done, have you learned your lesson yet? This has been settled. I'm going to ask you to surrender nicely. More trouble out of you, and well, you know what will happen, right? Cheers stroked her whip and smiled at Josette. Hicks, no, anything but that. He go down like this. Oh, what's going on? And if you notice, his eyes are no longer red like they used to. They hurt all over. When did I get an orbital cannon? What the heck? Bro? Don? Oh, just said. You back from Relent already? You're back this quickly and I guess things didn't work out, huh? Don't try to cover it up. If you had enough, then how about leaving the breadwinning to us men? Probably wouldn't be able to earn a whole lot, but be patient. What are you talking about? Did you hit your head, bro? You said came back from Relent like forever ago. We had to pick her up right after we got attacked the airliner. What? Attacked an airliner? What's all this crazy talk? We'd never do something like that. What is this guy talking about? I think he's trying to cover his butt. I think he really doesn't know. Not to think of it. Who are all these strangers? They'll tell me they're new recruits. Sorry to burst your bubble, but we're not. We're with the Bracer Guild. Huh? What's a bunch of bracers doing up here? This guy's completely lost his marbles. What an interesting turn of events. Whether you've forgotten or not, you're still under arrest. You're charged with hijacking an airliner, hostage-taking, demanding a ransom, and other such offenses. Hijacking an airliner, hostage-taking, demanding a ransom. Kyle, just said. Tell me what this is some kind of joke. Han, I think that's my line. Thanks to you, bro, we got a chance to escape.
Damn it!
Not again! We'll talk about this later. Let's just focus on getting out of here. I'm never gonna get the smell out of my hair. Let's hurry and get out of this room. Which way did they go? They went up. They're trying to escape in their airship. They're tracking them this far. We can't let them get away. We've got to catch them. Right. Understood. I made it out alive. What a tragedy this has become. My delicate nasal cavity. Hey, Olivier, you better hurry or you're gonna leave you behind. Wait for me! Poor Olivier. Hold it right there, you. You're not getting past us. You guys are back for more even at the righteous beating like that? That's what I call tough. If you don't want to move, then we'll just have to force our way through. Not sure how much longer this is, because this is pretty much the end of the chapter. So once we might have like a little post-chapter scene, and then at that point I'll probably save it, and but yeah, we're pretty much done in the city of Bose at this point. Nope, that isn't the right way. Ah, come on.
Enjoy the show. Nighty night, Kit Kats.
Okay, I kinda just want to get this over with.
We're good to go.
Crap, looks like they got company. Don't think you're gonna walk out of here same way you came in. All we gotta do is buy some time for Dawn, Kyle, and Josette to escape. And to shield your masters to the bitter end, huh? That's a ridiculous thing to do. Your spirit is admirable. Wonder if beating them to the ground might be a way to honor their sacrifice. Let's take them down. Huh? What's this? How'd the army find out about this place? A liar. Things weren't supposed to go down like this. Hey, get your dirty mutts off of me! Hey, what's going on here? So those are the ringleaders of the Sky Bandits. Surprised there's such a young woman, too. You shut your yap and start taking some good pictures. The chances of getting into a scoop like this. Well, how about it, Niall? Is this enough to help you write a decent article? You bet it is. I'm really grateful that you took us along. Oh, would you mind if we took a picture of you while we're at it? What do you think, General Morgan? Do as you like. The plan was a success thanks to your genius. Well, honestly, that is truly something to boast about. No, this is the result of the accuracy of the Intelligence Division's analysis. And thanks to the cooperation of those sitting over there. What? What are you guys... I mean, how the heck? What's going on exactly? It's you kids again. Oh look, it's Estelle and Joshua. Bracers, why are you here? Just for the record, I'll tell you, we infiltrated this place one step ahead of you. Again. And the entire hideout has been subdued. We chased the fleeing Sky Bandit leaders up this way. I never would have guessed that the Royal Army's patrol ships would be waiting. It's again you overstepped your bounds. With all due respect, General, it's because of them that our military strikes saw this level of success. Therefore, shouldn't we in turn recognize their achievements? Do as you wish. I leave the rest up to your discretion. I'll return to the ship and see the information I can get out of these Sky Bandits. Very well, General. The man's as stubborn as ever. He's not a bad person. He just lacks a little flexibility. At his side, the other Sky Bandits and the hostages. The other lackeys should be lying all over the place unconscious. So the hostages, we have them waiting in the same room they were imprisoned in. Let's see. We've done this nation a great service. Please leave the transportation of the hostages and cargo to us. Let's move, Captain Amalthea. Yes, Colonel. Hey, wait for me, Colonel. I'd like an interview, you kids, but this time the General's top priority. If you have another opportunity, appreciate doing one with you, too. See you later, Estelle, Joshua. My, they had the whole shining moment uprooted and stolen just like that. You got that right. Don't let it bother you, Estelle. Bracer role has always been that of the unsung hero. There's no real reason for us to stand out. Sounds about right, yeah. I'd always made a point of staying in the background, too. Right? Never noticed. Where is Dad? Guess that's one problem we still gotta figure out. Where's Dad now, and what is he doing? Why has he tried to contact us? Looks like there's nothing left for us to do here. In the meantime, let's get back to Bosie and report what happened with the incident. Try and figure out what to do about your dad after that. I really appreciate all your hard work. It appears that my impression of you was right. Maybe you should come through and bring closure to this incident. Yeah, but the army took off with all the glory. So I don't know if I exactly say we solved the case. No, that's not true. If you hadn't been there, I don't know if the army's raid would have been successful. Backed into the corner as they were, the Sky Bandits may well have harmed the hostages. Agreed. Everything worked out because you infiltrated their hideout and took them out ahead of time. You should be proud of what you've done. You really think so? It's true that the hostages were freed and the Sky Bandits arrested. It's a little bit vexing to know that there were some unanswered questions left. The men who appeared at the Valera shore and that mysterious attitude of the leader of the Sky Bandits. I wish you considered that a lot behind the incident that we don't know about. I guess we'll have to leave that part up to the Royal Army to figure out. With all the culprits being detained by them, there's really not much left we can do. But we should be glad that all the hostages came back safe. Thanks to the news about the arrest of the Sky Bandits, things are returning to normal here in town. As a token of my thanks, I've added a bit of a bonus to your reward. Really? Are you okay with that? Of course I am. I'd like to thank you too, Olivier. I hope that my work is worth the price of that Grand Chardonnay. Yes, in fact, there was some change to spare. I hope you all had a wonderful day, and if anything else comes up, I'd greatly appreciate your help again. Good day. Well, nice that someone appreciates us. I'm sure that if the incident had gone any longer, it would have caused much more confusion. Probably natural that the mayor is as happy as she is. I'm starting to feel all giddy inside. I don't think a bracer could get any more happy than knowing their work helped out a bunch of other people. You say so. Like it seems to say that you're no longer greenhorns. Honestly, the two of you really surprised me this time. You think so? At any rate, please accept your assessment and pay for clearing up the incident. This is the pay the mayor was talking about. It's a very, very nice sum. And this is from me. Is this a recommendation from the Bose branch? It's alright to give this to us so soon. Of course, it'd be downright rude of me not to recommend you after resolving such a big incident. Please accept it. Thank you, Legrand. I'll work hard so we don't bring any embarrassment on this recommendation. Great work, you two. I'm sure your father would be extremely pleased if he heard the news. Sure. Probably right. Wonder what on earth Cassius could be doing right now. Not contacting the guild is one thing. Not contacting his family is a completely different matter. Definitely not like him. After he suddenly disembarked from the airliner Bose, I wonder where he could have gone. Excuse me, please. Aren't you the receptionist from the landing port? What's the matter? You see, we reserved some of the cargo stolen by the Sky Bandits, and among their pieces were a number of parcels addressed to the Bracer Guild. So I'm here to deliver one of them today. Appreciate you doing that. Wait a minute. Why is there something addressed to this branch when the airliner left Bose to begin with? It's actually addressed to the Relent branch. But aren't Cassius Bright's family members here? What? That's us, but... Oh, perfect. We contacted the Relent branch and said you'd come here. Here you are. This is the parcel. Estelle was given both the letter and parcel. This letter? It's in Dad's handwriting, addressed to Joshua and I at the Relent branch. It seems like he just scribbled it out before he got off the airliner. Guess Dad didn't intend on getting us in contact with us after all. Oh, well that's good to hear. That parcel is from your dad too. No, this looks like it was sent to my dad by somebody else. Huh? That's odd. Yeah, the sender hasn't written their name anywhere. Okay, my business here is done, so I'll be on my way. Oh, and one other thing. Good job in helping arrest those Sky Bandits. You Bracers sure do excellent work. To think that a clue about your father would get mixed in with the airline's cargo. We're free to use the lodge upstairs to read the letter if you'd like. Thanks, Legrand. Well then, we'll look at the contents, shall we? Do you mind telling what you're doing here? It's plain and simple curiosity, that's all. Why did your father disembark the airliner prior to its departure? If I first to wait around for an answer, the question would stick in my mind so I'd never be able to get to sleep at night. And you're telling me this because... Oh, how heartless and cruel can be to a companion who has traveled alongside you. And it is you who are to thank for being able to identify the Sky Bandit's hideout, I wonder. Alright already. You'd be a rather obnoxious fellow, I hope you know. I guess we don't have much of a choice. But depending on the content, we may have to ask you to leave, okay? Of course, I understand. Alright, let's see what it has to say. Estelle started cutting the letter seal. Dear Estelle and Joshua, I'm sure you probably finished your jobs I left for you, right? I'm also sure that many things you have trouble with in the beginning, but take each one step at a time. Now you both can succeed. Now, it turns out I had a little trouble with my own work. Unfortunately, it looks like I won't be able to make it home for quite some time. Please don't expect my return until after the Queen's birthday celebration. Really sorry that things turned out like they did. You should be grown up enough to know not to be lonely while I'm away. So until I get back, I'll leave it up to both of you to decide how you want to live. You're free to continue working in Relent. You're free to pursue qualifying as a senior bracer. Your 16th year is a vintage year in your life, so make sure not to waste it. Please send my regards to Scheherazade and Aina. Cassius Wright. It seems like the type of letter your father would write. He touches lightly on things, is full of consideration towards the both of you. Yeah, it looks that way. Queen's birthday celebration, is it? From what I've heard, that's still a ways off. It's about 2 or 3 months away, which means it would be perfect time to take a small trip. I wonder where your father is and what he's up to. Forget about that. Let's focus on what's in that package. There's an unknown center that's bound to be something interesting inside. To be honest, I'm pretty curious myself. But we shouldn't open things addressed to my dad. Why don't you think of it this way? There's a package delivered by an unknown sinner about the time your father disappeared. The two might be related, you know. That's true. Olivier, don't coax Estelle into doing something to satisfy your own curiosity. Actually, though, Olivier does have a good point. Instead of living until our dad comes home, it'd be worth looking into. Okay, let's check it out. Estelle opened the parcel from the unknown sinner. Inside was a shiny black hemispherical device. They're enclosed with a single memo with the item. What's this supposed to be? Orbment. I'm not sure what it's used for. Let's see what the memo says. I was able to secure the item the aforesaid group was carrying, so please take care of it. Please ask Professor R to do an analysis of it when you find an opportunity. K. That's it? Looks like the center didn't write anything else. Jared, do you have any idea who K or Professor R might be? I hate to say it, but I don't have a clue for either. Father's pretty well known, so there's a possibility these people could be foreigners too. This is the only thing we've got to go on, then honestly I'm about ready to throw in a towel. What the heck is this black orbment anyway? The shape alone, it doesn't look like anything intended for general use. It feels a little similar to a battle orbment. And so, it's still quite different. A normal battle orbment has slots in which to install quartz. This one has none. Maybe this one is an artifact? Artifact? Precisely. An artifact is the orbment created by ancient civilizations. Artifacts are the model for all orbments produced today. They're still occasionally discovered in ruins, but for the most part the Septium Church has custody over them. They're a type of antique, so to speak. This one doesn't appear to be that old. Looks to me like it was made recently. You're right about that. However, this one almost seems like a black marketed item. Jeez. And look at what's happened because of my good-for-nothing dad. Doesn't he know we're all worried about him? Estelle, like some sketchy item from an unknown sender? What in the world has my dad gotten himself into this time? Estelle. You know, Estelle, I've been thinking. How about we continue our journey? Huh? Joshua? That's what Dad wrote in his letter, right? He said, or feel free to pursue qualifying as a senior bracer. Yeah, he did say that, but we've already managed to get a reputation from Walent and Bose, right? All that's left are Rouen, Zeus, and Grancel. Only those 3. We do our jobs as we travel around to those other regions. We might hear something about where Dad is and what he's doing. I think we're worrying ourselves for nothing, considering Dad's skills. There's also a possibility he may have traveled abroad. But I think getting off on our own duffs is a lot better than just sitting around and waiting. We've got to find this Professor R, too. Joshua? What? You're a genius! Estelle? What are you talking about? It's like killing 2 birds with 1 stone, or maybe even 10. Sometimes I hate you for being so smart. So, should I consider that a yes? Oh, is it ever? Yes, yes, triple yes! Trying to be a senior bracer as we travel on Liberal, exposing what that no-good middle-aged man has been doing in the process? I think you're somehow missing the point. It looks like she's back to her old self. I guess it's settled then. Well, take care. I'm gonna head back to Relent now. That said, I'm still a little worried about you two. Sure you don't want me to come along? Give it a rest, Shara. We'll be fine. The whole reason we're going on this trip is to become senior bracers. We wouldn't be training anymore if you came with us. And if we didn't go back, the Relent branch would have a hard time managing things. Don't worry about us. We'll figure out a way to get things done. If you insist. Pretty rare for someone your age to be aiming for senior bracer status, so don't overdo it. If you're in any trouble, contact the Relent branch. You got it? I'll be running no matter where you are. Sure. Thanks, Shara. Same goes for you. Don't let yourself get too liquored up. The only thing I'm worried about. Alright. I'll watch the number of drinks. Never fear, dear children. You can count on me to protect fair Shara. And why are you heading to Relent? Not to mention with Shara? because I tasted all there is to taste of the local dishes here in Bose. I thought it'd be about time I turned my attention towards another region. As for Relent's cuisine, I heard the produce is to die for. That's what I'm looking forward to next. That's pretty much it. Says he wants me to introduce him to a nice restaurant and some lovely vegetables or some such nonsense. Since he's so persistent, I only agreed to him coming along on the condition he'd go drinking with me at the bar. We'll never see him alive again. Olivier, I really hope you understand what you promised her. I could die for the likes of fine women and food. Part of me longs to be by your side as you continue your journey, Joshua. But after many agonizing hours of consideration, I decided to accompany Fair Scheherazade instead. I think I'll be better off with you a safe distance away from me. Oh, have fun, but I'm warning you, don't you dare make any trouble in the Relent, you hear me? And here's another piece of advice. When Cher's at the bar, watch out. That's when the gloves come off. I'm seriously not joking when I say you should beware. How dare you speak of your mentor like that, Estelle? Besides, Ina's coming along too. Yeah, and she's even worse than you. The gloves come off, huh? And is that perchance what you and Estelle were talking about before? Yes, Estelle said it best though. It was nice knowing you. Yes, it was a pleasure. Eh? The Relent-bound airliner will be departing shortly. All passengers, please board the airship now. Well, Ollie boy, looks like it's time for us to leave. Come on now, we better hurry and get on. Cher, wait, can we talk this over? I'd really appreciate it if I had just a little more time to think things through. Really, you're not getting cold feet already. You consider yourself a man and acting like a ninny. See you later, Scheherazade. Give our regards to everyone in Relent. Have a wonderful trip, you two. And at that, we are officially done with the first chapter of Trails in the Sky. I'm probably going to end that there because it's been going a little bit longer than I expected. But hope you guys are enjoying, and